record on this computer. All right, hey guys, happy Memorial Day weekend. I'm so excited that I actually have people on here tonight with me. I thought it was going to be all by my little lonesome. We are going to do the regular, plus we're going to dive into some month planning, and I swear like clockwork. Let me let the dog out 1 second. Okay, I don't know what it is. It's like this internal thing that he has the second I start talking to the computer. Okay, so first up, we're going to do rate of run. So if you have a calculator, fabulous. If not, you can use your phone, but we're also going to use, in my case, I'm going to use my phone to look onto the cloud. We're going to see where we're at. We have 2.5 days left of the month. We have a promo running right now with corporate. So it's very possible that where we're at is not where we're going to be, but I always like to check and see. So what you're going to do is log into the cloud, go to your business snapshot, go down to where it says current QV. You're going to take that current QV number and you're going to divide it by 29 because today is the 29th day of the month. So we're just trying to find out what you and your team have been doing on average on a daily basis. Now you're going to take that smaller number and you're going to multiply it by 31 because we have 31 days in the month, which now shows you a larger number. And that is what you're on track to end the month at if you continue doing your daily average or your rate of run. Oh my gosh, Radar, I'm going to have to hold the dog. Oh, wow, he's out of here. He's out of here. All right, this is Radar. He's a pain in my butt. Okay, so the number that you're looking at, you guys, you have 2.5 days to change that. And if you've been on my power plans for a while, you know that last month, we had a gal on our team that in less than 12 hours, I think less than 11 hours actually, did like $15,000 with her team. So don't discount yourself. If you are a couple $100 from your goal, if you're a couple $1,000 from your goal, it doesn't matter. What matters is what activity you put into it and what focus you put into it, because you can bring that number up to wherever it is that you want to go. All right, so next on the list, I know you guys probably all know this, but I'm going to throw it out. So corporate launched a promotion today, buy two, get one. It's for today and tomorrow. So it's for the holiday weekend. Now, I highly, highly, highly encourage you guys. Send text messages and messenger messages to all your customers because it's the holiday weekend. I sent out a bunch of text messages and I sent out a bunch of like messenger messages. So many people were like, oh gosh, thanks for letting me know. I haven't checked my email. People aren't checking their email on a holiday weekend. So yes, it's great to have a promo, but you've got to actually message them. And if you did like a post or maybe even did something in your stories, that's awesome and great too. But again, not a lot of people are checking that. However, if you're anything like me, like even when I'm not checking all that kind of stuff, I'm still checking my text messages and my messenger, because that to me is like somebody needs me versus, oh, it's a Facebook post I'm going to ignore. I'm going to try to put the dog down. You're literally out of hand lately. I even gave him drugs 30 minutes ago to try to not have this happen, but it's happening. Okay, so make sure that you are sending out. So what I do, let's just do it together instead of me just saying what I do. What I like to do is I go into my cloud and I go up to the menu, the main menu where you get all the drop downs. I go to the My Team button, I go down to My Customers. And then up at the top, when I'm scrolling, I scroll over to where it says last order and I hit that twice. So these are going to be the most recent customers who have ordered from me. I am going to go through, which what I did today was I sent a text and or a Facebook message or an Instagram message or whatever, Telegram message, whatever it is that you use with that particular person. I sent that message and said, let me tell you what I said. I won't even make it up. I'll just tell you what I wrote. I said, hope you're having a great holiday weekend. I just want to make sure that you knew Thrive is offering buy two, get one this weekend only. All you have to do is put a quantity of two in for the item in your cart and they'll automatically add the third. And then in parentheses, I put all the same items. So people, because some people think they can just buy two random things. Anyway, if you need any help or have any questions, just let me know. And I put a little American flag for the weekend to acknowledge that I know I'm sending them a message. I know it's a holiday weekend, but that's why I'm sending it. And so far of the people who have responded, they have all said, oh my gosh, I did not know. I haven't checked my emails. So please make sure you're sending out messages. This is the kind of thing where I say no stone unturned, where I say when somebody is down a couple $1,000s or even a couple $100, that's how you go find it. You go talk to people. One gal I know, she had the bariatric surgery done I want to say it's been 6 weeks now. And I said, because we have a game plan. She wants to start taking the gummies. And I think she said week 10. So I sent her the message. I was like, I know this is early, but since you're going to be doing gummies and gummies only for a while, which is what her doctor's telling her to do, I was like, this is the perfect chance for you to order, buy two, get one. You guys, she's ordered because she was like, oh, that's great. I'll have them a couple weeks early, but they'll be there. They'll be there when I'm ready. So even if you think maybe somebody isn't ready for their order, or maybe they've been, maybe you've got somebody detoxing right now and they've talked about wanting to do E60, but they're not ready for it yet. Now's the time to talk to them. Now, maybe it's them and the friend and they want to do it or something like that. This for me personally, the buy twos when they do the buy two, get one, or the tag team where you buy one, get one, I stock up on my stuff. Like I love Rest Gel. I love the collagen gummies. I love Pink Pro. As much collagen as I've been consuming, I should look 12, but whatever. They all just taste good. But so I take advantage of this. Now, granted, you cannot use credits with this. So if you have credits for products, don't tell the company I said this, but if you have credits, use your credits. Get stuff for free, you guys. We're promoters. We should get stuff for free. That's what we should use our credits for. If you're not already using them like for customers or something. But so definitely take advantage of the buy two, get one for yourself, but also make sure that everybody on your customer list, and please don't forget your non-promoting promoters. I have lots of non-promoting promoters and I just treat them like customers. I sent them the message too. Half of them are out on boats right now. They're not paying attention to their emails, but they did pay attention to their Facebook. So they've all read about it now. Okay. And then the next thing on our just regular to-do list, you guys, we're going to have an auto ship on the 5th, which is going to be next Sunday. So I want to talk about it now before, because can you hear the dog? He's so bad. Courtney, come get this dog. So we're going to go into the cloud again. This time we're going to go into the My Team button and we're going to go to My Customers. Oh my God. Okay, now they're both they're both being bad. So what I'm going to have them do while I kick the dogs out. My heavens. Up at the top where it says customer number, customer name, you're going to scroll all the way to the right where it says next auto ship, click that twice. Now, anybody that has a 6/5 or a 6/10 auto ship date next to in that column next to their name, I want you to write them on your list for Monday and or Tuesday. And while you're writing, I'm going to get the dog outside. Oh my goodness. Come on. Okay, hi, good time. I'm back. Okay, they're outside now. I will go. Yeah, Court, for real. Come get this dog. Okay, so now you are set for the upcoming week. So when I said write them down for Monday or Tuesday, I didn't show, but I'm talking about writing them on your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to reach out to these people because they have an order coming out either on the 5th or the 10th. And you want to know what's going on in their life. Like, you tell I ran in and out. Like, what are they dealing with? What's changed for them? Maybe their summer schedule is totally different. Maybe you have a teacher who is like, this summer I really want to get, I don't know, XYZ fit, or I really want to get, I really want to work on my joint mobility because I noticed this year at school, it was really hard getting up and down. Like there's a million things that people could have going on. And so you have to find it out so that you know how you can help them. So that's what you're going to do with your reach outs for Monday and Tuesday, or talk to your 6th and your 10th auto ships. And then as always, I'm not going to go through the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 today because we have a new month to prepare for, and I've already spent 12 minutes chasing a dog. So don't forget to have your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 printed out, ready to go. You guys, these names, it's incredible the amount of people that you will actually come into contact with in a meaningful way if you are being diligent about filling in these blanks. If you think you're reaching out and you think you're talking to 5 people a day, I bet if you write it down every day, you'll be surprised that some days you do 5. Oh, I love it. I love it, Jacqueline. Some days you do 5, some days you might do 2. It's just such an eye opener. So anyway, I could talk about this all day long, but what we're going to talk about instead is June, because June starts on Wednesday, right? Is that right? Yeah. I don't even know how that happened, but Wednesday will be June. So what I want to talk about is something that came out of some boot camp activity this past week. One of the gals in my squad, we call it, was really struggling with being consistent and sharing the opportunity part of this promoter job. She is great at sharing the product. She talks to people about the product. She can get people excited about the product. But the second she was supposed to do an opportunity post or an opportunity live or whatever you want to call it, she just tail between her legs, head down, didn't know what to do, panicked. Not even because she loves promoting. So it wasn't because of that, but she just didn't know what to do. Like, what do I do on a Tuesday? What if I just talk about it on Wednesday? What do I do? So what I suggested to her and what I'm going to have you guys do today too is print out a blank June 2022 calendar. Go to google.com, type in June 2022, find a picture, and just print out a blank calendar. And then what I've done at the top is I wrote opportunity, and I'm using purple pens because I like to use color coding because it makes my brain a little better. But for example, on Wednesday the 1st, it says story. Thursday, it says post. Friday, it says Lavelle share, Facebook or YouTube. Saturday, it says shout out a leader / mentor in my stories. And then I have an arrow pointing to reel. So what that means is I'm going to get onto my Instagram story. I'm going to hit the hands-free button and I'm going to talk about someone that does this business with me. So Courtney's on here and she's one of my business partners. I might get on here and be like, you guys, you know what? I met this girl, Courtney, almost 7 years ago. And I have watched so much in her life change. She was just so timid at first or whatever you want to say about somebody. And then bring it to the forefront. Like now that she's been a thriver and she's been doing this business, she is living her best life. She's traveling the world. She's, building a brand new house. She's doing all the things. And I'm just going to talk about somebody else in my stories. So when you do the hands-free button in your Instagram story, it's going to let you go around that circle 4 times, which that's 4 15-second clips, which means you now have 1 whole minute of recorded video. I'm going to hit the caption button on all of those clips. So it's going to put the captions on there for me. Let me see. This will be embarrassing, but I just did one earlier out in my garden. So if you're not using the caption button, you're totally missing out. So do you see that? Oh, see at the top where it's saying what I'm saying?
While I was gone, there was a bunch of storms, so I lost all my peonies and cleaned those up too.
So now I have 4 clips of me out in the garden talking about how it's changed in the 6 days that we were gone. And now I can click the reel button and I can say create reel, and I can put all 4 of those clips in there. It'll make a reel for me about me and my garden. And why is it appropriate for me to have a reel about my garden in this business? Because that's one of my 5s. Gardening is something I do. So on Saturday, when I do my shout out a leader and I talk for 3 to 4 clips about Courtney and how much I've seen this business change her world and how I'm so proud of her. And I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about my success. I'm not talking about my family. I'm talking about someone else. I'm putting the spotlight on someone else in my stories. When that's over with, I can then upload that as a reel also. So now I'm going to have a story about the opportunity and a reel about the opportunity. You guys, you don't have to do them both on the same day. So and that's where you can get really technical with this. I could be like, okay, shout out Courtney in a story. And then down here, I can say share Courtney shout out in a reel 2 weeks later, because I have that saved. On Sunday, it says post. On Monday, it says live / reel. So I will most likely do like a Facebook Live where you interview another promoter, or maybe there's just something about the business on Monday I really want to talk about, and I'll just hop in to make a reel about it. Tuesday, you guys, Tuesday is a no-brainer. It's payday highlight. You're going to highlight the payday some way, some shape, somehow, whether you go into your stories and talk about it, whether you share it on a post, however the heck you want to talk about what payday has done for you. And please remember, yes, I know there are people in this company that payday has got them the mansion and the Porsche and all the stuff on top of the free car. I get it. But you know what most people start for is the grocery money. Most people start for the extra cash to put their kids through dance recitals. Talk about the small things that you may think aren't a big deal because you're not a millionaire yet. They're a huge deal. They're huge. People want to know that you've actually done something that is relatable. If you have somebody who's down on their luck and they can't even take their kid out for like a burger on their birthday because they don't have enough money in the checking account, you showing off a fancy car and a big house and trip to Italy, that ain't gonna mean nothing. Like they're not gonna relate to that. They can't connect to that. Share something that you use your income for. If you're making 20 bucks a week, let's say 3 weeks out of the month, and so you got $60, you guys, that's gonna fill up your gas tank 1 week. Except unless you drive a big truck like Courtney and Mike. But like you can talk about stuff like that. You can share how you're using this income to, maybe you're putting 60 bucks away every week. And at the end of the year, you're taking your family someplace on a road trip somewhere and it's going to pay for the hotel and the food. Like, don't think you have to be glamorous or amazing or loaded to prove that this network opportunity, network marketing opportunity has changed your life. It all starts $1 at a time. So my point, let me backtrack. I got a little off. My point is, I now know, and I will finish writing this out, but I now know exactly what I'm going to be talking about opportunity-wise for the next 8 days. I already have my next 8 days planned out. Now, you guys, where it says opportunity story, if you go back to your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that'll be 1 tick off my story, right? Off my sheet. That doesn't mean I've talked about the opportunity today and I'm done. I still have to make at least 2 more somethings, story, reel, post, whatever. But I don't have to panic and think, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to do? So now what I'm actually going to do when we get off here is I'm going to get a little deeper. So on Wednesday, where I say I'm going to share the opportunity in a story, I'm actually going to make in parentheses, what am I going to talk about? What's the first of the month? So I'm going to talk about how at the first of the month, I used to be like, oh my gosh, I need to get like, hopefully my bills are paid because I'm not getting paid for another 2 weeks. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm going to talk about something like that. So I'm going to make it somehow relate to have the feeling of the first of the month where a lot of people are like, well, some people get their check the first of the month, but some people don't. Some people are starting the first of the month on, it's on a Wednesday. So maybe they're not going to get paid for another week and a half. On Thursday, when I make a post, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to post about. What am I going to talk about? Maybe I'm going to talk about how I went on vacation and I would not have been able to do that if I worked a regular 9 to 5. I was actually able to work on vacation. On Friday with you guys, if you are not, and this is me talking to myself, like if I had a mirror, well, here, I'm in my own computer screen. If you are not taking advantage of the Facebook page and the YouTube page, and you're not just popping some stuff out there every now and then, just clicking the share button, you're making your life harder, Tammy. Start using the Facebook page and the YouTube page and start popping stuff out there. We have great videos already on the YouTube page, professionally made videos of people talking about how I was on food stamps and now I'm not. Or, we never had enough money to make all the bills and now I can send my kids to Disney this summer. Like we have all that. We don't have to recreate the wheel. And again, like where I say I'm going to shout out a leader, I'm going to pick the leader. That way I kind of have an idea. Gas money was a huge reason why I started this business. Yes. And now it's 2022. So gas money is a huge reason for everyone. Sheesh, I went to Kroger today, about died. All I did was get enough food for a few days. Bad. We're gonna have to get a cow out back. So anyway, so you get my point. If you have a calendar and you have stuff written down, you're going to stick with it. So on this exact same calendar, I can pick up a green pen, and now I can write in here Wellness Wednesday, Thriver Thursday, Flex Friday. I can just give myself another reminder of what I'm going to do that day. So I know I'm going to do a opportunity about my story, but maybe I'm also going to do a post about water for Wellness Wednesday. if you just take a blank calendar, and I know we have lots of calendars, we have planners, we have all the things, but if you have a content calendar, it will change your life because it makes your life easier. When you see people and you're like, gosh, how do they do all of that? They plan ahead. It's so much easier if you plan ahead. For example, if you were sitting in the parking lot waiting on your kid to get out of school, although that's probably null and void now that it's summer. Let's say you're killing time at the ball field, waiting for a game to be over. Let's say you're waiting for someone to get out of a doctor's appointment that you drove to the doctor that day, whatever. You can literally pull this out of your bag and be like, okay, I need to start thinking, I'm going to write a post on Thursday and I'm going to talk about the opportunity. And I think I'm going to talk about how it has helped me pay my bills down. And you can start typing up your post in your phone, save it in the notes section, and then you have it ready to go when Thursday comes. It's called working smarter, not harder. But you guys, that's the thing. If it's not written down, if it's just an idea up here, that's great. I don't know, maybe this says more about me than I should tell you, but there are literally moments where I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. And then I will go to my computer to do it or open my phone to do it, and ding, something pops up, and I will literally go back 3 minutes later and I will have no idea what I was talking about. But if I sit in the quiet for like 10 minutes, I think, see, if these 8 days planned out before we got on here, I started at 2 minutes before I clicked the live button. 2 minutes to plan 8 days of content already. Like, that's really good for me. I'm pretty excited about these next 8 days. I don't even have to think about it now. So a month can be really big, right? And yes, I know social media is a huge part of our business, but the biggest part of our business should be happening in Messenger. It should be happening in conversations with potential customers, existing customers. And if I'm spending all day trying to be like, no, what are we going to post about? I got to go take a picture. I got to make a reel. If I spin my wheels 3 times a day, 7 times a day, whatever it is you're doing, that's wasting time. And that's taking time away from when I could be in Messenger, actually talking to someone, maybe in a 3-way chat or sending out a message and having actual communication. So yes, we use social media to attract people to us. We have to be consistent, because if you don't show up on social media, like there's so many people not showing up on social media right now because it's a holiday. I get it. It's a holiday. Great. Do you know how many people are sitting on boats right now taking pictures and sending them out to people? People are on social media. Still share on social media, even when it's a holiday. When people, let's pretend somebody did put their phone away and they're not going to pull it back out until Tuesday. If you don't have anything that you've been sharing over the last few days, you for sure are not going to show up on their telephone. Anyways, cell phone, whatever. So you got to be consistent. And if the more you can automate your social media activities, the easier it's going to be, because then it's going to take that load off of you and that time commitment off of you, so that you can get busy doing what really makes money around here. And that is conversations that work on this sheet. So anyway, that's what I wanted to make sure we talked about. So we have 5 minutes left. I want you guys to think ahead. So when we are looking at June, we have 30 days. What is your goal for June? What is your volume goal for June? If you just did the rate of run with us, I would encourage you to take your rate of run. Oh, where's my calculator? Hang on. Yeah. I would say take your rate of run and add 5%. Make that your goal for next month, for the month of June. So let's pretend. So if you're sitting at $6,000 and we're going to add 5%, you want to be at $6,300 next month, right? So just always be pushing ahead. When I hear people say, I'm going for 12K, going for 12K, going for 12K, and I hear it every single month from the same person who is not hitting 12K, it's because they're not respecting the fact that they hit 6K. And they're not building from the 6K. They're just looking at 12K up here, unattainable, out in the middle of nowhere. But if you say, hey, self, I did 6,000 this month, I'm going to be able to do 6,300 next month. And then let's add another 5%. Then the following month, I'm going to do $6,615. If you start building your business like that and you start setting your goals like that, you're going to hit your goals. You are going to attain goals. It's when you're looking at being at 6K and like, oh gosh, that is so far from 12K, and you're not celebrating and you're not pushing to get to where you need to be. You've got to keep that in mind when you're planning your goals. So I want you to think about I want you to think about what monetary goal you're setting for yourself. Maybe it's that $6,000. Maybe it's the $6,300. Take that and divide it by 30. Okay. That's the goal. We're going to get to that daily goal. We're going to hit that rate of run. So I'm just going to stick with my example. If somebody is trying to hit $6,300 and they've got 30 days to do it in, that means they need to sell, they and their team need to sell $210 a day on average. So yes, there will be days where you sell nothing, and then there will be days where you sell 800. That's how the average works. But if you don't know that number, you're not going to know. So what I do, if you're looking at a calendar for June of 2022, if we're all looking at the same calendar, it starts on Wednesday. The first week, I go Sunday to Saturday. I'll just say that now in case people are like, they think the week starts on Monday. It might for you. For me, it's Sunday to Saturday. So when I'm looking at my calendar, if I take the first 4 days and I multiply that by 210, because that's my daily goal, right? On Saturday the 4th, my goal should be $840. And then the next Saturday down is the 11th. So I'm going to take the 210, I'm going to multiply it by 11 because it's 11 days. By the 11th of June, I should be sitting at 2,310. I put these numbers on my calendar for quick glance reference. So if on Saturday the 11th, I pop open my cloud and I see that instead of sitting at $2,310, I'm at $1,800, I'm like, girl, you better get with it. You are not where you need to be. So for me, I think it's very important to have those little target markers throughout the month to keep you on track, to keep you on pace. Yes, on Sundays, we'll check your rate of run. We'll see where you're at. That's great and good, but you're in business, so you should be checking your numbers a lot. That's how business works. So to me, that's super important, but I want you to take whatever, you can either do it now or you can wait until the month end. Whatever you end the month of May at, I want you to minimum set your goal next month for that number plus 5%. And see if you don't have a better time reaching that number and reaching your goals and staying positive and motivated and moving forward, or versus being like, dang, I got to do $6,000 next month extra than what I did this month. That's overwhelming. That's like legitimately overwhelming. So act like a business, treat it like a business. You just want to get 1% better every day. You just want to build on what you've done every single day. If you are trying to double your volume in 1 month, you will get overwhelmed. You will get, you'll get salesy. You guys, you'll get so salesy that you won't even like yourself. But if you're just trying to take what you did, keep that. So let's say we did $6,000 last month. We have $6,000 worth of customers, right? That might have been how many customers to keep happy. We want to keep those people happy. We want to make sure they're thriving. We want to make sure they're feeling great. We want to make sure they know about Refer To, right? We want to be doing all those things with them and then adding in 5%. But if you're looking at the 6,000 that happened last month and now you're looking to go 12,000 this month and you're like, forget those people, I got to get new, you're going to screw up on a lot of people. You're going to lose a lot of what could have been happy thrivers because you're not going to be putting your energy into the people who are already doing business with you. And that is such an important part of this business. You've got to take care of the humans who have trusted you enough to order this product. So with that, it's 7:30. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for being on here. Please, if you do a content calendar, let me know. I want to know. I really want you guys to print out a blank calendar, or for you techie people, I guess you could pull it up on your computer or phone or whatever right now. But I will tell you, it's the same thing with that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I don't have it in front of me, it is out of sight, out of mind. So even if you start it, maybe let's say you're away for the weekend because it's the holiday and you start it on your phone, find a way to print that bad boy or handwrite it out when you get home and let me know if you're using it, because I really think you guys will see a huge, huge change in your, not even your business, but just the way you do your business, which will help you in the end because it'll keep your mindset sharp and keep you positive. So have a great Memorial Day weekend. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.